All right, we're back at it again. See what we got left here in part two. Big Luther versus Skinny Luther. Now, understand that, for me, this is a big thing, no pun intended. And yes, that's a big deal with me. There's some people who say that Big Luther, could really put it out, really sing a little bit better than Skinny Luther. And some people say differently. And obviously people are like, well, Skinny Luther looked a whole heck of a lot better. So there's something about that. Now, I'm Generation X, and I believe that would apply to me to some degree. Remember, Luther Vandross started in the 70s and, and continued into the 80s, although most people remember him mainly in the 80s. So, so millennials are not going to know this guy. And Gen Z, no, right? They think that, R. Kelly's the best thing since sliced bread. And he is not. Big Luther and Skinny Luther would put R. Kelly over their knee. I guess the same person, over his knee. So anyway, no. R. Kelly's second tier, folks. R. Kelly's second tier. Hate to break it to you. Anyway, not cutting a baby's hair before one. Now, I hear that this is something that seems to be universal as well. That's big with us, but that seems like, sitting facing the door exit. Yeah, well, I know that's what I do. I didn't even know this was something that was taught. I know this is what I do, so, I tend to prefer that. I tend to like to sleep on the side where the door is half the time as well. So, not calling elders by their first names. What's wrong with this sick world? It disgusts me that children call people by their first names these days. It also disgusts me that, if I'm 40-something, somebody's trying to make me call someone, someone who's 70 is trying to make me call them by their first name. I'm not going to do it. I'm also noticing, I'll also include yes, ma'am, and no, sir. No, I don't do that. Now, I will say, Mr., right? There's a Mr. that's usually put in front of this, right? Mr. George, or Miss Ann, Miss Janie, that type of thing, So at least put a Miss in front of it, but just calling them by their first name, like casual stuff, disgusts me to no end. I literally will not talk to somebody if they want me to do that. I won't do it. I'm probably the more extreme in regards to that, but oh man, ticks me off. All right, now let's see. Sweeping near your table. Yeah, it gets a little annoying, but people sweep in front of my table all the time. I kind of got used to it, but I can see what you're saying. All right. Being offered a bag after a purchase. Now, I will tell you that I'm trying to be nice to the environment, but I will say that it's a very, and I think Roy Wood, comedian, put it best, there's a, it saves us trouble, right? It's like, it's clear that we purchased it. Matter of fact, a receipt as well, so that people know that, we're not stealing stuff out of the store. But anyway, speaking when you enter a room. Yeah, that's big. That's big. I mean, I'm kind of quiet and introverted, but that is certainly something that I guess we expect people to do. I'm very quiet and shy, so a lot of times I don't do it, but you're supposed to do it. And if there's people I think you should do it. All right, street clothes on the bed. Now that is big, but I will tell you, because I've dealt with so many cramped quarters, like college and graduate school and stuff like that, where, I might, a lot of times I have put my street clothes on the bed, oftentimes. Matter of fact, I believe that there's street clothes on my bed right now. But I do recognize that is a cardinal sin. Not responding to being called with what? Now that junk ticks me off too. So I'm definitely with you there. I'm definitely with folks there. Or with you, right? I'm black, so with you. Like it sounds like, I've been with you all along. Not eating food at potlucks. I've seen black people eat food at potlucks. And I'm black myself, so I eat food at potlucks. But I know what they're talking about. Because sometimes you don't want to trust people's. Sometimes you might not trust people's food. What was it? What was his name? Country Wayne. When he was about to eat some food, and there was a bunch of raisins and what was that? Rice? I don't know what it was, but he was smashing. He kept calling it a cake, and he was, he put his shoe and started smashing. Smashing the raisins, implying that it looks like roaches and that type of thing. I don't know. Now, I've noticed here, there's a few others I guess you could put on here. One of them would be, not necessarily eating, wanting food thoroughly cooked, like steaks, for example. Thoroughly cooked steaks. That tends to be very big in the African American community, as well, if you will, as thoroughly cooked eggs. No over easies that much, that type of thing. Although there are black people who do eat them, including me. I actually eat a lot of over easy, and I tend to go extremely. I love my steaks very rare, practically mooing. But as a Southerner and as an African American, I guess I'm probably in the minority, if you'll forgive my language, in regards to that. Trying to think what else here. I don't know. I probably talked enough already. Anyway, that's how it worked with me. I'm not sure how it would work with y'all, but clearly I'm going to be in deep water because of the spades thing. Like I said, yeah, gosh, I tell you, Grandma put it on me. All right, take care, folks. It's daytime here. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, and if not, well, no. If not, have one. There is no, if you will, there's no excuse for it. Have one. I got a lot of crappy things going on in my life, but I'm going to have a great day, and you're going to have a great day too. So take care. Bye-bye.